What's up everybody, JD with LTH Exhaust, and today we're going to install a catback exhaust system on the S550 GT, the 15 to 17 model in particular. So without further ado, roll intro. Alright, for those of you who came just to hear what this exhaust system sounds like, I hope you enjoyed the couple of clips that I put right up in the beginning of the video. There will be more later. I'll put a timestamp down in the description. So let's get started with the meat and potatoes of this video of actually getting the system installed. The first thing that you need to do anytime you're going to put a modification on your car, anytime you purchase aftermarket parts, is to open that box up, dig out the instructions, and verify that everything that's supposed to be there is there in the box. There's nothing worse than tearing down your car, you're excited, getting ready to put on your new high-performance parts, and something's missing. And this applies to buying stuff from us or any other manufacturer. Just good practice to go ahead and take care of. So let's get started. Let's lay out this exhaust system and see what we got here. All right, when you purchase your LTH catback system, it's going to come in two boxes. You've got a long skinny box that's going to have your axle back tubes, just the tubes that go back to the axle, and the X-pipe. That's your mid exhaust. And it's going to have another box, a little bit larger but shorter box that has your two mufflers. When you open these up, you're going to find the first thing that you need to look for is this instruction sheet. And on this instruction sheet, you're going to notice a checklist of materials included, approved, and initials that it's been checked. But it's still, I highly recommend that you go through and verify that your clamps are there and associate it with your sheet here, and all the pipes and such are there. That way you know for a fact you've got everything you need to get started. Both boxes come with individual instruction sheets and checklists to verify that everything you need to install your exhaust system is there. Alright, as for tools for this job, the bare minimum you're going to need is a ratchet, a 13mm socket for the exhaust hanger bolts that bolt the hangers to the chassis, a 15mm socket for your exhaust clamps that attach the X-pipe to the end of the cat pipes there, a medium-sized extension to help you reach some of the 13mm bolts, and a flat-bladed screwdriver that'll help you with the clips that hold on the two clamps that go from cat pipes to X-pipe. As for extra tools, stuff that might make the job a little bit easier if you have access to an electric ratchet or a small electric impact, as well as an exhaust hanger set of pliers to help get those off the hangers on the mufflers. All right, now that we've gone over the tools that you need, we're going to go ahead and get started tearing this apart. Now, in this particular instance, I've got it a little bit easier on me because there was an aftermarket resonator delete already in place. But I will say that you're going to want a friend if your car is completely stock and still has a resonator, because the entire exhaust system comes out in one big piece right up there from where it connects to the cat pipes. So having a friend to help you get that out without tearing up your bumper is something I would highly recommend. Also, you notice we're on a lift. You can do this job on jack and jack stands. I just have access to one, so I'm going to be lazy and use it. Let's get started. All right, you want to start right up here up front. Whether you have an aftermarket resonator delete or not, you want to start right up here and go ahead and take these two slip clamps off. And I've had to use a little bit of PB Blaster because this car came from up around the DC area, so it's got a little bit of rust. So I use that just to make sure I don't break anything while taking it apart. Also, take note of these two clips here. On an OEM resonator, the pipe here, these clips actually hold these clamps into place. You'll want to take a flat blade screwdriver and lift these up to get it to release so you can move them and move them down the pipe and get them off. All right, now that I've loosened the 15mm bolts up at the sliding clamps up at the cat pipes, and in my particular circumstances having loosened the 15mm bolts that are right here at the end of the aftermarket resonator lead, I'm ready to go ahead and remove the two 13mm hanger bolts so I can start to remove the exhaust itself. This is the point at which you want your friend to give you a hand. If you've got your OEM, your full OEM exhaust system. I started all over that. Repeat. This is the part where you want your friend when you want to pull the whole exhaust off in one fell swoop. I'm going to be able to take it off in pieces where each half of the axle back comes off, but we'll go ahead and knock this bit out. So quite frankly, I was wrong. I've got pipes that are rusted and kind of hung together here, so I'm going to have to do it as if I had an entire catback system. So there's two more 13mm that are up here on the actual hangers that hang the muffler. I'm going to pop those out, and my buddy Mitch, my engineer here at CPE and LTH, is going to help me go ahead and drop the entire system as a complete assembly. So we're going to do that real quick and we'll get right back to you. All right, we finally got the stubborn exhaust system off. All this rust has made it kind of a pain, but nonetheless, if you've got an OEM car that's still got a resonator on it, this is what you're pulling out, and that's why I said you need a buddy. But once you get it out, you need to salvage, or not salvage, but you need to scavenge these two hangers, which are the ones that come off the IRS subframe, let me say that correctly. And you need to scavenge these two hangers from the mufflers. It's possible to pull the mufflers out without pulling the hangers, but it's a pain. It's easier just to pop the two 13mm bolts off each hanger and then take them off the muffler once it's on the ground. So now we're gonna get started putting the new stuff in. You start by getting your X pipe up in place. All right, so the first thing you want to stab is you want to go ahead and get your X pipe in, and do remember that to align this properly and to make sure it installs correctly, you want the side that's a little bit longer to be on the driver's side of the vehicle. That way you get a proper installation. So you go ahead and slide this in here, get your clamps to sit flush. Go ahead and snug them down, but don't make them super tight so you can adjust the system as you continue to assemble it. All right, once the X pipe's in place, you then take your mid pipe. You go ahead and put your hanger on it right up here so you have it. I like to align mine towards the center. That way it doesn't batter against the fuel tank. You can slide it up here, and you want to go ahead and put your hanger in place. So once you get it slid onto the pipe, like so, you can get that hanger lined up with where it hooks in. All right, once your mid pipe's in place, you can go ahead and take your muffler and you're going to put your clamp right here on that pipe. You're going to get it aligned up on that tube there, and then take it holding up and grab one of your 13 mils and get one started. All right, now that the driver's side's in place, so from the X pipe all the way up to the mid pipe and muffler, you just repeat the process on the passenger side, and your exhaust system will be done and ready for adjustments. All right, guys, so now we're going to make our final adjustments, tighten up everything, and get the car off the lift. All right, now that we've got the catback all installed, let's go ahead and take this thing out for a ride, and I'll show you guys what it sounds like inside the car. That light acceleration and well, maybe a little bit of heavy acceleration. I mean, depends on how heavy my foot is, I guess. But anyway, some of my favorite things about this particular catback, it was the lack of drone. You know, it's very docile until you want it not to be, if that makes any sense. If you stuff your foot off in it, it's going to sound good, it's going to get loud, it's going to get rowdy, but never does it come off, to me at least, as abrasive, as very clap or well, I guess the common term would be raspy. You know, it's got a really nice sweet spot around 3,000 RPMs. Right now I'm shifting like 32, which kind of does a nice familiar Mustang sound without being super droney. You know, it doesn't wah or whatever that sound is. Yeah, stupid face, screenshot it, save it for later. Needless to say, I'm trying to get a point across. It doesn't drone really bad, while still giving you that throaty, familiar Mustang sound. And it comes alive when you want it to. I think that's probably my favorite part, is that it's got a good division between when it's really chill and when it's good and angry. So yeah. Alright everyone, thank you so much for checking out the video. We appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. For more information about the catback exhaust for the 15 to 17 Mustang, or any of the other products that we create from 2005 all the way through current for Mustangs, including headers, catbacks, mid pipes, axle tubes, so on and so forth, please visit longtubeheaders.com/shop. I hope you have a fantastic day. If you enjoyed the video, please reach over and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for notifications for when we release new content for you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Catch you later.